got to be a little bit more strategic as far as how you're going to market from a lending standpoint. One, just from a appetite for credit risk. Banks are being a little bit more stringent on some of that. So you just have to, as a banker, as someone supporting bankers like I do, just have to be a little bit more strategic as far as how you're differentiating your financial institution versus another. Many of our bankers now haven't quite operated in an environment like this. Just being able to partner a little bit better across those lines of defense and understand from a credit risk management perspective, where and how and in what industries we want to take risks and in which ones we are pulling back from a risk management standpoint. So that's been a little bit of a challenge, right? Is getting folks up to speed on, again, what that looks like from a deposit standpoint with yield being in play, and same thing from a lending perspective as well. From a profitability standpoint, a big focus this year is on our bankers having a cash flow first mindset when speaking to clients and prospects, and really emphasizing being able to leverage their own internal operating cash flow to fund and grow their business where they can, and certainly lean on us for lending products where they may not be able to, but really understanding that full balance sheet for the client and prospect and being able to talk to them about the importance of balance sheet management. In the small business space is bringing, again, the feel aspect and the personal aspect to where those small businesses are operating, and then serving the needs of them, right? Because small businesses, there's a lot of them out in our markets, and they're across a lot of different industries, right? And it's hard to be industry experts in every industry that a small business operates in. And that's where tools like IBISWorld and RELPRO really assist our bankers in getting in front of the right people with the right expertise and knowledge to be able to speak to it, and then bringing in the region's product experts where needed. Regions also just rolled out a new digital conversation guide. It's called Regions Cashflow Advisor, and it utilizes some of the IBISWorld information and financial ratios in IBISWorld, and we were able to connect that with an API solution to IBISWorld. But that guide really does walk a small business, or really any business, through their full cash management cycle. So it gives them industry benchmarking to see where they stack up across their sub-industry. So at that 6-digit NAICS level, allows them to do a real-time cash conversion analysis. So if they're able to improve their days to receive by a certain number of days, what does that do to their internal working capital? And same thing from a days payable perspective. They're able to slow down days payable by a certain amount. That tool really helps them drive, again, that cash conversion cycle analysis. So that's what's been able to really kind of move the needle as far as trust to some of these small businesses, is say to them, you really do understand, again, the inner workings of their business, how their industry is performing, and really get them that trust factor with them. Some of the things, like I mentioned, the financial ratios, we certainly leverage that from an automation standpoint of bringing that into that Cashflow Advisor tool, and being able to compare our clients or prospects to industry, right, is really important. So those IBISWorld financial ratios, IBISWorld, the banking at a glance, right? That's just great relevant pieces of information around revenue growth for a particular industry, some of the profit forecasts, things like that. And then even some of the state level data, right? To get, again, very granularly detailed information on how an industry is doing at a state level. So being able to use those things is extremely helpful.